hold it. That's fine. Jerry, how's that?
Where's the upstage corridor wall, Aggie? I thought I told you.
It was too wobbly. They're putting on a couple more braces.
I hope they don't make them too bulky. Our people have to be able to cross backstage behind that thing.
That's what I told them. All we need is somebody breaking a leg.
Where are our players?
We're going over the lines. Do you want them?
Of course I want them. It's only 3 days till dress rehearsal.
Hey, on stage, everybody.
Louie, don't you have any work to do?
Aggie said everybody.
I didn't mean you.
I'm somebody.
She meant everybody in the play, Louie.
Should have said so.
Now, is everybody here?
Not counting Louie.
Oh, I know, Violet, I know.
Can we get on with rehearsal?
Does it have to do that now?
Louie!
What?
Do you have to do that now?
You want that quarter bar, don't you?
Isn't there something else you can work on?
I guess.
Good. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let us take the actions from the top of Act 3. Wait. Louie!
You said something else.
Why don't you paint something?
Fine.
Good. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let us take the action from the top of Act 3. We've wasted enough time already.
I've been ready for half an hour.
Who hasn't?
I know, guys. I'm sorry I was late. Frank had to work late, and we only have one car.
You should have told me. I'd go right by your place, Terry.
Sal picks me up for every rehearsal.
How'd you know that? Oh, come on, Lily. Ask me. You can leave a bicycle after dark.
People, can we have these charming conversations later? We've got to get this show rehearsed.
That's what I've been saying all along. Haven't I, Henry?
Yes, dear.
Polly, we're all as anxious as you are. This is a brand new play by a brand new author, and we want to do it justice.
Justice tempered with mercy. I happen to think it's a lovely play.
Sure. You've got the fattest part.
How dare you!
Darling, he means the other most lines.
I know very well what he meant.
Might I remind you all that the author will be here with us at dress rehearsal, and we still haven't even learned the third act. And what about those scripts? You guys should have been off book 2 weeks ago.
I know my lines.
I know mine.
And how about the rest of you?
Yes.
Can I come in?
Wait until I give the signal. All right, top of Act 3. Lights.
Ah, Lord Dudley, you get the most charming parties.
Louie!
What?
Leave the lights alone.
But you said
That was for the players. We're starting the act, not ending it.
I was only doing my job.
That's fine. Now leave it alone, okay?
Fine by me.
Go on, top of Act 3.
Now?
Yes, now.
Ah, Lord Dudley, you get the most charming parties in the whole of England.
You are too kind, Diana. A pity Sir Percival cannot be here.
You know, I'm worried about Percival. He's never accepted invitation to one of our cousins and not shown up. At least not without sending word.
Oh. Is that me?
I thought you knew your lines, Louie.
I do. I just forgot what I'm supposed to say them.
I can't stand it. He's doing this on purpose. I know he is.
Polly, quiet. Sit down. Billy, pay attention to your cues.
Whose line is it?
It's Polly's.
Abby, what are you still doing on stage?
If I stand for weeks, I can't hear them.
If you heard him, then why didn't you throw Billy's line?
I thought he was just pausing us for speaking.
Okay, Abby. Well, just get off stage, okay? Now, can we go on?
Do we have to?
Yes!
You don't have to yell.
That's what you think. Go ahead, Violet.
I can't remember what my line is.
Aggie, throw her a cue.
Ah, Lord Dudley. You give the most charming parties in the whole of England.
Ah, Lord Dudley, you get the most charming parties in the whole of England.
You are too kind, Diana. A pity Sir Percival cannot be here.
Do you know, I'm worried about Percival. He's never accepted an invitation not to.
Go on, go on.
He's never accepted an invitation and not shown up, at least not without sending word.
Ah, but Lady Margaret. He might have had more to trouble.
Yes, indeed. I do hope he hasn't had an accident.
No, that's he hasn't had an accident.
That's what I said.
No, you said he hasn't had an accident, as if someone else did.
Should we take it from the top?
Damn it.
Come on, Violet. All right. I do hope he hasn't had an accident. These roads can be treacherous at night.
Begging your pardon, my lord, but should we delay dinner any longer?
No, I think not. Can't keep Percival waiting forever. Shall we, my dear?
I suppose so. But don't you think we should call Percival's flat and ask him the reason for his absence?
Do you know? That might be a sound idea. There is something distinctly odd about all of this.
Tell him what, Billy.
I actually did it again.
Did what?
Call me by my real name. I'm Stephen Sellers. When you're Diana Lester, that's so hard to remember.
Billy,
What?
do you mind?
Sorry, Jerry.
Now go on from Violet's line. Start again.
Okay. Tell him what, Stephen.
Line.
This business about Percival.
Got it. This business about Percival the necklace. Did say he was bringing it, I think, Margaret.
Well, actually, I never spoke with him directly, but there was a message delivered this morning in the post.
What, on St. Swithin's Day?
By Jove! I thought that. Margaret, are you certain about that message?
Why, come to think of it, no.
You didn't receive a message?
Oh, yes, I did, but now I wonder if it actually was from Percival.
I should very much like to see that telegram.
No, those lines.
Okay, wait. Okay, now I'm done. But it did come by post.
I assumed it had, but...
Assumed? You hadn't actually seen the message?
Oh, why, no.
Then how did you know its content?
Content. Why, Dr. Forbes told me what it had said.
Is there any reason I shouldn't, Tom?
No, of course not, old chap. Only if there was no delivery of the post today, then how...
It was not a letter. It was a telegram.
Now you say the line you took before.
I should very much like to see that cablegram.
Telegram.
Oh, what difference does it make?
None. But if Sal says telegram, then you have to say telegram.
What do you mean if? I always say telegram.
I don't give a who and how, who says what. Can we get on with this disaster?
If we get through this thing once, we can start polishing our parts.
And when we get the real furniture, these metal chairs are painful to work on.
But they have all the shirt parts.
There! He's doing it again!
Sal, will you stop with the jokes and buckle down to work?
I was just trying to ease the tension.
Your jokes about Polly are causing the tension.
Okay. No more jokes. Now, can things go on?
Louie!
I thought I could get the job finished when nobody was working.
Well, we're about to start working.
Well, why didn't you say so? Let me make some coffee.
Fine. Now, can we go on? Aggie, throw Billy's line.
I should very much like to see that telegram.
Sorry. I should very much like to see that telegram.
Well, as a matter of fact, I don't have it. The message was from the telegraph office.
Doris, have there been any telephone messages this evening?
See you, you insolent young pup. Are you doubting my word?
Of course he isn't, Rex. Stephen, you should apologize to Dr. Forbes.
Oh, I shall. As soon as Doris answers my question.
No, sir.
What? Are you quite sure?
What was that?
Louis got the coffee cup tray.
You bumped it out of my hat.
The hell I did?
Did anything break?
I don't think so.
Found one of the spoons.
That was bad.
All right, will you just stop? Okay. Can we go on?
No, sir.
What?
I
I
said,
know what you said. I just wasn't ready for it.
Take it back a line and start again.
Oh, I shall. As soon as Doris answers my question.
no, sir.
What? Are you quite sure?
Telephone has been out of order since this afternoon. Mom.
No, wait, sweetie. That's short for madam, not that the phone is keeping Mom.
Oh, I see. Out of order since this afternoon, Mom.
Aha! What do you have to say about that, Dr. Folks?
Sal, that's your cue.
Wait, didn't we skip a page? This part's coming too early.
Aggie?
Wait a minute, I'm trying to find the place. What page are you on?
I was so anxious to get here that as soon as Frank came home, I rushed out the door and I left my script.
You know, I think Sal's right. We go from page 32 to page 34. Who's got the complete script?
I've got it. Page 33. Sal's right. We skipped the whole bit about the diamond necklace.
How come I don't have that page?
Oh dear, maybe I miscounted when I got the Xerox in here. Does everybody else have that page?
Yeah.
Yes.
Fine, so let's back up and do the page we skipped.
How can I follow along without that page?
Here, here's my script. I've got my lines down cold. If I ever could say them.
Say, while we're stopped, I've got a question.
Well, what?
About the play's title. Isn't it a steal off of something else? An old Agatha Christie movie, I think it was?
Why does it matter?
Oh, I don't think for this Montague to steal a title, Billy.
She can't. You can't copyright a title. It's the law. There aren't enough words to go in the movie.
Even if that's true, what about that advertising for our show? Won't some people think this is an Agatha Christie movie?
So much for better at box office.
And it is a murder mystery, so no one's gonna get hurt.
Doesn't sound like much of a murder mystery. No one gets hurt.
I thought Sir Percival got bumped off by Dr. Forbes.
People, will you please? Did we come here tonight to rehearse or to discuss originality versus plagiarism?
Jerry's right. Back to work. Sorry I interrupted.
Which line do we go back to?
Yeah, where does that necklace come in anyhow?
Oh, I see what happened. Maybe you came in too early.
I did? I thought I was supposed to come in when Violet says that line about the treacherous roads.
You're almost right. It's where she said the line about lecherous roads.
Oh, gee, I'm sorry, but it sounds about the same.
Phyllis Montague fancied herself a poet.
She is a poet, a rare talent, and a great writer.
Would you say that she has her finger in you?
Now see here.
Sweetie, listen. You mustn't take your cues from the words alone. Pay attention to the plot. That way you never miss an entrance, even if Violet says the line wrong.
I didn't say the line wrong.
You didn't say it at all.
Well, how could I? The Smitty came in early.
All right, that's enough. Do your arguing on your own time.
Coffee's ready.
Finally, I can use a cup.
But we've only gotten started.
Listen, maybe a break is a good idea. Why don't we all have a cup of coffee, relax, and then we'll take this thing from the top and get it right.
Now you're talking.
Aggie, wait. I want to talk to you. It's about our progress.
What progress?
I know, we've never been this behind on a show before.
It's not your fault, Jerry. We've never had this illustrious author in our hair before either. If Phyllis didn't keep rewriting the script while the cast was trying to learn it,
Oh, Aggie, she promised not to make any more changes.
what do you want to bet she's going to show up here with 7 new pages?
Oh, Aggie, don't. We're having enough trouble learning the last batch of rewrites.
If Polly had it her way, this show would be a one-woman monologue.
Well, at least Phyllis's land is doing play for free.
Naturally, nobody would pay money to do it.
Oh, Aggie, be fair. It's not that bad.
Oh, I suppose not. But if Polly keeps cutting her parts,
She won't. I'll have to put my foot down. 3 days until dress rehearsal.
I don't know. You know, some of the mistakes tonight are better than the original lines. If you just let the cast alone, this show could be alright.
Aggie, Vertical style is not a comedy. Phyllis Montague would scream if the audience started laughing at it. She'd pass right out on the floor.
Well, then you better have the smelling salts handy for opening night.
Oh, Aggie. Is there any coffee left in the pot?
Not if you're lucky.
I heard that, Sal Watson.
Let it be a lesson to you.
I hope we get this act done tonight. 3 days to dress rehearsal and we haven't even done full run through.
Thank your friend Phyllis for that.
You mustn't blame Phyllis, Billy. She's simply a perfectionist.
If she wasn't satisfied with the script, then why did she submit it?
Because if we choose a different one, we have to wait until next year to get it done.
Why couldn't we do it as the next show?
We've got our audience as precondition.
Paintbrush is more like it.
That's putting it rather strongly, Sal.
It's the unvarnished truth. We never vary season after season. We do a murder, a musical, a mystery, and a comedy in that order without fail.
Yes, but why?
We just started to figure out that way, and it just got to be a habit for us and our patrons.
But what would be the harm if we mixed it up?
The audience would be confused. The comedy fans would come to the drama and laugh at all the tragic moments, and the musical fans would start needing time to a comedy.
Or sovereign in the street.
They may still do that.
Aggie, whose side are you on anyway?
On the side of sanity, which doesn't do me much good here.
Well, I'm all set. Who's ready to get this go?
Oh, relax, Sal. We're all much too tense tonight. Why do we keep snapping at each other the way we do? This near the opening? We're usually kidding around and having a marvelous time.
You want my opinion? You're running scared.
Scared of what?
In our own way, we're as perfection-oriented as our author. Want the show to be a smash, not a smash up.
Amen.
We'll get it somehow. No matter how awful a play may seem during dress rehearsal, we always manage to bring it off.
That's with the printed script, Polly. I mean, don't get me wrong, all this typewritten stuff is okay. It's all the revisions that are killing us.
But Phyllis gave her solemn word.
That's only kind of where she knows. But she's never giggled in her life.
And she said the same thing last week, Polly. Then showed up on Monday with 3 new scenes.
I wish you wouldn't keep changing the identity of the beat. I mean, I don't know what to do. Radiant minutes or turn the pants off everyone.
Well, you won't do either just standing there. Now come on, everybody. Get into positions. Let's see if we can run through you to the lights.
Better. I've got to go home and study for biology.
Wait, it's me. Jay, are we taking it from the top or where?
Why don't we take it back from Violet's line where Smitty made her entrance too early and do the paper skip.
Alright.
Can't remember where my line is.
Aggie, show her a cue.
Just let me find the place. Okay, found it. Violet, I'll feed you Billy's line when you start.
Okay.
But Lady Margaret, you might have had motor trouble.
Yes, indeed. I do hope he hasn't had...
Wait, I'll get it.
I certainly hope so.
Polly, quiet. Violet, go on.
I do hope he hasn't had an accident. These roads can be treacherous at night. Is that where I...
No, no, no. That was treacherous. Wait for lecherous.
Okay, sorry.
Go on.
Where's the next line?
It's Polly's.
Oh, let me see.
It's
No, don't tell me. I've got it.
I certainly hope so.
I've got it. Violet.
Treacherous roads can be treacherous at night.
Don't say such a thing. It would make one think that perhaps there was some truth after all in that story about
Nonsense, my dear. There's no such thing as a curse.
And yet, everyone who's ever owned a Deli Diamond... Jerry, does it have to be called that? It sounds like it comes from a delicatessen.
That's because you're not sounding the H, Billy. It's pronounced Deli, not Deli.
Polly, the H is silent. It's pronounced deli.
Can we please go on? I've got to study for that biology exam.
Wait, Smitty. Billy's got a point. It does sound like it belongs alongside the living words. It looks alright when you read it in the script, but it just sounds plain silly when you read it out loud.
Okay, so we'll call it the Calcutta Carbuncle.
Carbuncle?
Yeah, it's like a big ruby. Or like a, what you call it? A cabochon.
Well, it sounds like a big zip.
So do you.
Sal! Perhaps we should add those words.
There's got to be a better name for that.
Why don't we call it...
Oh, I got it. The Raspberry Ruby.
Hey, I like that. It's got class.
But whatever will we tell Phyllis?
Tell her she wrote it that way. She's done so many revisions, she'll probably believe it.
I certainly hope so. But now, children, can we get back to rehearsal?
Okay. What was I?
Hey, Jerry. Should I write in that change or not?
You may as well, but just do it in pencil, just in case.
Gotcha. How do you spell raspberry?
Oh, fake it! No one has to read it but you. Okay, go on, Billy. Your line right after the one where Lord Dudley's gossip curse.
And yet, everyone who's ever owned the Raspberry Ruby has always ended with dreadful demise.
Look, you see? There's a reason for Phyllis' words. It double alliterates. Deli, diamond, and dreadful demise.
Oh, who gives a damn?
See? You can't talk to my wife like that.
Henry, for once I agree with the Sal. Who gives a damn? Go on, Billy.
Right. Everyone who's ever owned the Rance movie has always ended with the rotten queen.
Come on, Billy. You sound like an elocution teacher.
So let's go to Montague.
Now really, it's obliterates, doesn't it?
Oh, Billy, just leave the line as written, please.
We're all right. It's always ended with the gentle's minds.
Oh my life! But Percival doesn't own the ruby anymore, not since he sold it to Lord Dudley for Lady Margaret's collection.
Nevertheless, Percival did earn it, and that might be enough.
See here, Dr. Forbes. You are not of science. Sure you don't believe in curses.
I only know there are strange things in the history of India. Things which defy rational explanation.
Nonsense. Sheer poppycock. Superstitious dribble.
Quite possibly, Lord Dudley. And yet, where is Sir Percival?
Frankly, I'm glad he's not here. Diana, what a thing to say. I mean it. Sir Percival's no gentleman.
Here now. What are you saying?
When he looks at me, I feel as though his hands are moving all over my body.
But he's a knight of the round.
He's a disgusting toad, and such toads can be lecherous at night.
Begging your pardon, my lord, but should we delay dinner any longer?
Louis, what the hell are you doing?
Isn't that where the phone rings? Oh wait, I took two pictures at once. Sorry about that.
Sorry, he says. If he does it during the performance, he won't. Louis, you've got to be more careful.
Look at the bright side. Now we have the phone number.
That man. I could.
No, you couldn't. Louis has a black belt in karate.
And how do you know I haven't?
They only walk to size 44.
Sal! I'm through!
I was only kidding.
Now, dear, we must be hasty about this crash.
I better go apologize.
What do we do now?
We can't work around her. She's got herself in goddamn every scene.
Not the love scene, that too. And we do that.
Can't we wait until we get a real sofa? That metal's awfully hard to cuddle on.
Agnes, when do we get the real sofa?
We should have had it 2 days ago.
Could you call and find out?
I can try.
Want us to go with that quarter watcher?
Yes, I may as well. I'm worried about those braces.
You and me both. We got 6 2x4s on already and it's still almost like a safe.
Well, I guess I'll go get the old biology book.
You got it here.
Why not? All the time I spend waiting for my kids at the for 3 exams.
Oh, Violet, what do you say?
All right. Ready when you are.
Yeah. Mark. Set. Oh, Diana. I was seeking Lady Margaret.
Lady Margaret's cutting roses in the garden, Stephen. She may not return for some time.
I see. Would you mind if I waited for her here?
Naturally not.
Might I sit?
If you are so inclined.
Diana,
Yes, Stephen.
would you take offense if I were to
Stephen, what are you trying to say?
Dash it all, Diana. Must we play at words? You know the message I long to cry out from within my heart.
Is it possible? Do I dare for a moment imagine that the message from your heart is the self-same message that cries out from within my own?
Diana, do you mean? Do I dare to dream?
Have a care, sir, have a care. Do you not know that I am betrothed to another man?
And yet, you do not draw away.
Oh, Stephen, can you not reason out why?
I'm almost afraid to.
Then cease your noble trepidation, Stephen Seller. For though I am a high-born lady, I am also a woman.
Oh, Diana.
Oh, Stephen, if Dr. Forbes should come upon us!
Hang your illustrious fiancé. You shall not tag her.
Now, Louis.
Why didn't you okay.
Billy, do you think he suspects?
How could he? I didn't suspect myself just a moment ago.
darling. Neither do I. Yoo-hoo! Anybody here? Billy! That sounded like response group.
Tonight? But she promised us to come back until dress rehearsal.
Did you all hear what I heard?
Sounds like Phyllis.
Probably defending me to the dialogue.
Sal, I just accepted one apology from you. Do you want to have to make another?
Sorry, Chloe.
Yoo-hoo! How are you all? Why, Phyllis, we weren't expecting you. At least not tonight.
Oh, I know I'm being a naughty girl, Geraldine, but I have so many new and good things to share with you all that I simply couldn't wait until dress rehearsal.
Well, that's a mercy.
What? More changes? Phyllis, we open in 4 nights.
That's why I decided not to wait until dress rehearsal to stop by. This would be much too much to have to learn in 1 night.
What makes you think we're doing 4?
Oh, don't be such a tease, Henry. It's really all very simple. I simply added just 1 extra character and cut the love scene.
Cut the love scene.
Perhaps I'm putting it too strongly. It's not precisely cut. Just cut out of Act 2 and move back to Act 1.
Oh, well, that's not so bad.
Except it's no longer between Diana and Stefan.
Then, between who else?
Yeah, the Lord and Lady are already married.
You can't mean the doctor and the maid. Can you?
Dear, perhaps I didn't make myself clear. Diana still plays the scene, but now it's with Sir Percival.
What? But Phyllis,
How can you do such a thing?
Well, I got to thinking that perhaps a knight of the round would be a much better catch for Diana than a mere-rich commoner like Stefan, so...
Phyllis, I didn't say why. I said how can you do it? There is no Sir Percival in the play.
exactly. Everybody only refers to him, but he never actually appears.
Plus, don't you think it'd be kind of rough on Diana considering that I come across her first right into the house?
You do?
Don't you even remember your own plot, Phyllis?
Yes, but I don't recall a murder. Show me where it says so.
Never actually get to see it done. But once you find out Percival was banished from the party, and Rex has the famous gemstone that he was carrying, we figured out who did it. See?
Murder? I never thought of it as a murder. I just thought that, well, Rex picked Percival's pocket and perhaps drained the petrol from the tank of his car to keep him from the party. After all, murder is so
Popular with their patrons.
And we're already advertising it as a murder mystery.
And we do open in 4 nights, Phyllis. For Pete's sake. It's a bit too late to audition Percival's.
But I've written you all the loveliest new lines. Won't you at least have a look at them?
I'm pregnant!
You're what?
I mean, Diana is.
But who's the father? That's on the 3rd sheet.
Lord Dudley?
Henry!
Molly, be an idiot.
Oh, yeah. But it was a bit of a shock.
This is crazy. Phyllis, how can Dudley be the father when Diana and him have only just met?
That's on the 5th.
Amnesia?
Yes, because that explains why he doesn't remember their meeting.
But if Diana's pregnant, she must remember something.
No, that's explained on page 7. You see? It was a very dark night. And
Phyllis, this is totally impossible. The whole thrust of the plot is altered. Everybody has a brand new motivation for what they do.
well, surely with a little work.
In the next 4 days?
She's gonna do it in 4 months.
But I've worked so hard.
And we haven't? Phyllis, this script should have been finalized 3 weeks ago. It's too late to make these changes.
But they're such little changes.
Little? What about the ending? If Stefan is to marry Diana, won't her pregnancy kind of put a crimp in the festivities?
Well, I'm working on that.
More changes? Phyllis, Monica, do you have any notion of how hard it is to do a play? Even one that doesn't change direction every 3 days? This script of yours should have been finalized 3 weeks ago.
What's this? Lady Margaret goes into shock at the news of Diana's pregnancy and loses the power of speech?
Really? Say, maybe this vision isn't that bad.
How?
What about my mother?
What about your mother?
Well, when I first tried out for the part, my mother insisted on looking over the script because she didn't want me in a play full of sex. If Diana's pregnant, then I'll have to quit the show.
But she's only 2 months pregnant. I mean, it's not going to show.
Mother thinks ahead.
Well, of course. If you'd rather not do my little play.
Now hold it right there, Phyllis. We all appreciate this chance to do this play of yours for which we do not have to pay royalties. In fact, doing this play would put our theater budget in the black for the first time in 6 months. However, when we agreed to do this play of yours, it was on the basis of the original script. Now that play we promised to do, and we will. But all these alterations have nothing to do with that agreement.
Are you telling me that you now feel free to reject my play?
Well, no. But when I tell them that it's either the first version or no version, I think I'll have a unanimous backing.
Of course. I really feel strongly about this matter, dear Geraldine. Holly, how do you feel about it?
Well, it is rather close opening night, Phyllis. And of course, perhaps,
Remember, she could all your speeches.
I'm with Jerry.
Me too.
You bet.
Absolutely.
Right on.
I agree.
Thanks, everyone.
Nice try.
Sorry, Phyllis.
All right, all right. Go ahead and do the original version. But if the show's reviews turn out to be a box office disaster...
We'll remember who wrote the original.
Oh. Oh! Oh!
Do you think maybe we were a little too rough on her?
She did take it rather hard.
And she did say once at dinner that she looks upon this play as her child.
And it's the only offspring she'll ever have.
And when she tried to make that child a little prettier,
Oh dear, I wish you hadn't put it like that.
Jerry, don't be a sap. She wasn't trying to make the child prettier. She was trying to give it an extra head.
You're right. Why don't we just leave the kid alone and start learning to love it as it is?
Now you're talking.
Come on, everyone. You come here to rehearse, so let's rehearse.
I'll give you all to the count of 3. If I want to hear some snappy dialogue, I'm picking up the hammer.
And I'll hold the nails.
All right, I'm gonna go grab another cup of coffee. You people pick up the long faces and get his character, okay?
Wait, Jerry, are we taking it from the top or where?
Back up to Sal's line about the telegraph office.
Right. Well, as a matter of fact, I don't have it. The message was home from the telegraph office.
Doris? Have there been any telephone messages this evening?
See here, you insolent young pup. Are you doubting my word?
Of course he isn't, Rex. Stephen, you should apologize to Dr. Forbes.
Oh, I shall. As soon as Doris answers my question.
No, sir.
What? Are you quite sure?
The telephone has been out of order since this afternoon, Mum.
Aha. And what do you have to say about that, Dr. Forbes?
Does that answer your question?
Stephen, I believe you owe Dr. Forbes an apology.
Doris, let's answer that before we will call an apology too.
Yes, sir. Hello? Who? Why, yes, he is. Just a moment. It's for you, sir.
Who is it, Doris?
Sir Percival.
The company. I mean,
Yes, Doctor. Yes. Exactly what Jiggy you need.
Honestly.
why
Thank you.
I
Very much.
Why? Wait a minute.
Did we do something wrong?
No. I just want to see what you were all doing while she was on the phone. Can we back it up a line and do it again?
It's a long way to the end of the act, Jerry.
It'll just take a few moments, Daddy. Just back it up to Steven's line about the telephone, okay?
The telephone has been out of order since this afternoon, Mum.
Aha! And what do you have to say about that, Dr. Forbes?
Sorry, I forgot to accept the playlist. Hang on. Okay, now I've got it.
Aha! What do you have to say about that, Dr. Forbes?
Wrong place.
And only 4 more days till opening night.
I'll get it. Sorry.
Louis, turn the damn lights on.
Jerry, do we have to wear makeup tonight?
I don't care so much about the men, but I did want to see how the women look, especially the hairdos. No, we couldn't afford those, so they're just in their own way. Could you just call them out?
I'll tell them.
How do you like the wall, Jerry?
It looks okay on this side. But how much space is there in one here?
Well, if everyone's careful, they have about 2 inches clearance on either side. Except for Polly, of course.
How would she end up from the garden to be profitable for the roses she brings on stage?
She doesn't have to. I'm keeping the roses on that side of the stage. I told her it was simplifying for her, but I didn't tell her what I'm simplifying.
That's good thinking. We've got to keep her in a happy mood. She nearly walked out again last night thanks to Sal Watson.
You gotta admit, he was pretty funny.
Yes, but his sense of humor cost us nearly half an hour. At least I got him to swear to say that Lord W is off to have a word with Lady Margaret and not choose a fat with her.
Yeah, but even if he behaves himself during rehearsal, how do we know what he's gonna do when he shows a performance?
I don't even want to think about it. I'm already having nightmares.
I'm surprised you can sleep at all. Tomorrow night, the whole thing will be out of your hands, and all you can do then is stand in the wings and pray. And there's not enough room to you.
Maybe I'll just spend an opening night in a cozy bar in another town.
Hey, what do you think about this thing, Jerry? Looks real, doesn't it?
It certainly does. It was nice of Phyllis to lend it to us for the show. Costume jewelry that good is awfully expensive.
Have you figured out yet what you're gonna do about that central stone? We haven't even told Phyllis yet that we've mixed it out diamond. How are you gonna pass this thing off as a movie?
As a matter of fact, Philly came up with a solution to that. From now on, it's known as the White Ruby of Rancifer.
Is there such a thing as a white ruby?
There is now. Say, we should keep a close eye on that thing. We wouldn't want it to get misplaced or stolen.
Don't worry. I figured this thing's our ace in the hole. Phyllis will preoccupy herself worrying about it instead of the flip.
There's something to that already.
You know, I feel a lot safer if there was a back to that thing. Anyone could just tiptoe behind the flat and pick it right up.
I could hang on, but that would mean removing the safe and repainting the flat.
Why would you have to remove the safe?
Because of I hammer on the back and the gun is where it is now. The whole thing will tear loose and fall into the stage.
Tell you what, I'm not doing much except prompting once the lights are on. Why don't I just hang on to the thing and then hand it to Sal when he reaches into the safe?
Would you mind, Abby? It really put my mind at rest.
No trouble at all.
Well, you better practice it then. Tonight's the only chance before they open.
Easy as pie, but practice can't hurt.
You ready for the mob yet?
Only if they're in their costumes.
Well, if they're not, it's 6 o'clock. Hey! Everybody on stage!
Line up along the front side of the stage, will you? I want to see how your costumes look. Well, they seem to fit all right.
I think mine is just a bit too small.
I didn't say a word.
And you better not.
Oh, Polly, be fair. It's one thing if he picks on you, but if you're just going to explode on him every time you think
Yes, of course.
Sorry, Sal. Just rehearsal jitters, I guess.
No problem.
Good. Now all of you. Turn around slowly. I want to see what you look like in the back. Violet, why aren't you wearing a bustle like Polly?
I'm not wearing a bustle.
Oh dear. Well, you see, it's because I'm so sorry. It's just
You're sorry.
okay. Well, the costume seems to fit all right. Now let's see how well you can act.
Positions for Act 1?
Yes, we may as well start there.
You want the lights?
Yes, every piece is as if it was a performance.
Yoo!
Jerry, I think you just got your wish.
Oh, Geraldine, I have the most dreadful news. We are going to have to change the name of my play.
What? But Phyllis, the programs have been printed and publicity's been mailed out.
But we must! I've just discovered that there is a movie with the same title, Murder Most Foul.
Phyllis, no one in the audience is likely to be confused. They can see this isn't a movie.
Right. In the movie, nobody forgets the lines.
Sal won't say that. I'm having enough trouble already.
I do hope you aren't joking, Marlon.
I'm the wrong guy to ask, Phil.
Oh, why, Phyllis, I'm so glad you're here tonight. Why, you can be a great help to us all.
Really? How?
Yes, why, you can pay attention to the words and make sure they're saying them properly.
And where does that leave me?
Oh, Aggie, I didn't mean the words exactly. I meant all the simple little nuances.
You mean so when you forgot to tell me to write down?
Yes.
Shall I sit out there beside you?
No. Why, you see, I make notes all the time. I might distract you.
Louis, do you have a chair back there for our playwright?
If you've got a desk, right?
Oh, this is thrilling. Simply thrilling.
You got any other nice little surprises for us? I could really use a throw right now.
Oh, relax, Sal. Don't lose your temper.
What the hell is this?
Don't ask. You just wait your teeth until you're proud of it.
I thought you wanted us to go straight through without any interruptions. Which feels like they're the same for nuances.
Cheer up. Maybe Louis will drop a standard on it.
I'm ready.
All right, Louis, turn the lights on and we'll begin.
You want the music too?
Everything just as if it were the performance.
Everybody hold your positions during the music.
I'm off stage when the music starts. I don't have a place.
Quiet, everybody.
The house lights, Louis, dim the house lights. Yeah, just like that, right when the music starts.
Gotcha.
Lord Dudley, will there be anyone at dinner tonight besides Sir Percival, the famous archaeologist, Dr. Rex Forbes, the famous scientist, and Stephen Sellers, the famous millionaire?
Other than myself, Lady Margaret, and a lovely socialite and Lassiter here, Doris. No.
That's what I thought.
I say, Dan, have you get looking in that book on the film shows of Vineyard Day? It's full, you must be on that shot.
Ah, yes. Here it is. I say, Lord Dudley, you didn't tell me there was a curse on the famous white ruby of Rancid Pearl. The what?
It's all right, Phyllis, it's all right.
But that's supposed to be the Delhi diamond.
Well, we had changed it, Phyllis.
For what possible reason?
It looks weird next to the liverwurst.
What's liverwurst? There's no liverwurst in my play. Just wanted to keep it that way. I beg your pardon.
Just go backstage and Aggie will explain the change to you.
But,
Phyllis, please, we open tomorrow night.
well, oh, very well, very well.
All right, go on.
From the top? I already put the feather duster away.
No, from where we broke.
All right. Violet, would you?
Yes, the famous white ruby of Rancid Pearl.
Fiddlesticks! A lot of hogwash. Superstitious rot.
But the book distinctly says that Lord Clacoscue, the first owner of the white ruby, Jerry can't just say ruby, hates to see the whole mouthful every time.
Yes, just go on.
Distinctly says that Lord Clacoscue, the first owner of the ruby, was found floating in his tub, in his own blood. And the next owner, Sir Giles Bremphew, who had no sooner purchased the ruby from Pithlow's estate, when he was found in his stables, trampled to death by his famous horse. And the next owner...
Balderdash! Nonsense. A lot of old wives' tales.
How can it be if they're all dead, aren't they?
Yes, but consider. I bought the jewel this morning and I'm fine.
Lord Dudley, is anything wrong?
No, just one of my dizzy attacks
How long have you had them?
since this morning.
You don't suppose.
Ridiculous. Merest chance. Sheer coincidence.
Dr. Forbes is here, Lord Dudley.
Just your fiancée, Diana. That's a pretty dumb line, isn't it? I mean, shouldn't she know he's her fiancé?
The audience doesn't.
Why don't I just wear a sideboard?
Now it really down.
Will you people quit your gabbing? It's far too late to make alterations now.
All right. Which is your fiancé, Diana?
Yes, being engaged to the world famous scientist has made me the envy of all the girls in England.
Ah, well, a lovely belle like yourself deserves to have a ring.
Speaking of dumb lines.
Violet.
That land is supposed to be lighthearted. The merriment provides emotional contrast with the atmosphere of terror.
That's the general atmosphere, all right.
People, will you stop?
Yes. Flatter me, Lord Dudley.
Doris, will you show the gentleman in?
At once, my lord.
Lord Dudley. Diana.
I'm sure you young people like to be alone, so I'll just head to my room and fetch them up.
Not that way, Henry. That goes to the kitchen and the maid's quarters.
Oh, that's right. Well, she is a good-looking maid.
Henry!
You're joking, dear.
You mean I'm not good looking?
Henry, just please finish your line and go.
Well, we still have the line first.
I do? Oh, right. Really look like you need it, girl.
Nonsense. I was once in love myself.
Why does he say that in the past tense?
Oh, Polly, please!
Sorry.
My dearest darling,
My sweet.
my darling, I have a little surprise. Oh, damn it.
Now what's the matter?
I forgot the stupid necklace. Aggie!
Here, sorry about that.
Aggie, as stage manager, you're supposed to make certain that everyone has all their props.
I know. It's just that Phyllis was talking to me about nuances and I missed Sal's entrance.
Phyllis, you mustn't chat backstage when people have work to do.
I do apologize, Geraldine. I forgot Agnes had things to do.
My fault for not minding her. Agnes, you got...
For my life,
Good a spot as any.
I have a little surprise. The white ruby of France.
Oh, how incredibly lovely it is. Might I try it on?
Not afraid of the test.
Well, not really. May I please?
Certainly, you shall. Allow me. It is lovely in such a lovely setting.
Oh, Rex, what a thing to say.
Hi, darling, which is lovely. You were that fabulous chap.
Oh, I must simply see myself in it. Let me go find a mirror.
Diana, that necklace, take it off at once.
Lady Margaret, I was only...
Take it off this instant, I say.
Here now, Lady Margaret. Surely there's no harm done.
No harm, you say? How can you endanger the life of this dear girl? And your own fiancé?
Oh, I don't believe in that silly curse, Lady Margaret. After all, this is the 20th century.
Diana, you're right.
Yes, yes. It was just momentary. The room seemed to dip and my head started to spin off. But I'm quite all right now.
I shall take this in place where we can do no more harm.
Here now, Lady Margaret. Aren't you being a little silly?
Perhaps. But it is better to be safe than sorry.
Shouldn't you at least wait until Lord Dudley has seen his newest possession?
You shall see it in good time, when I feel brave enough to wear it. And do not forget that he bought it for me. So in actuality, it is mine to deal with. Oh dear. I pushed it too far.
Do you mean to say there's no back on that thing?
Oh, my fault. I forgot I was supposed to be back there to grab the damn thing.
Aggie, I sure hope you're making note of all these things.
Sure. I just keep forgetting to read them.
We'll never be ready by tomorrow. Never. And now we're not even halfway through the act.
We've only done 2 rehearsals of the third, and that's the most important act of the show.
Aggie's right. That's the act we're all really panicky about.
Why don't we do that act right now? It's hard to do everything that comes before it. With that act over our heads, if we felt more confident, I'm sure.
All right. We'll run the third act, okay? I need you to get this show nailed down.
How long is that going to take? My mother doesn't want me out too late on a school night. I just barely passed that biology.
Well, the sooner we begin, the sooner we'll finish. Can someone please get Henry on stage?
You want to the lights?
Wait until we're running the entire show.
Okay, but hang on a second while I find my place on the playlist.
You have nothing until that phone bell. Find your place while we run this act.
Well, I'll do my best.
Okay, now go on, no stopping.
I got it!
Phyllis, you mustn't interrupt rehearsal this way.
But I solved the problem of the liverwurst.
Damn it, it's already been solved!
There's no need to use profanity, Sal.
That's what you think.
Please hear me out. I was so concerned over the loss of my lovely double alliteration.
All right, give us the name for the gem.
We don't have to call it the Delhi diamond. We call it the Darjeeling diamond. Do you see? It's still named after a town in India, but now...
Okay, we got it. We'll make the change. I got it. Thank you very much. They'll use it. Now get off stage, okay? And I don't want to stay or hear you until we're done running this act.
You don't have to get huffy about it.
Has everybody got the name for that stupid gem?
Yeah.
Fine. Now go on and no stopping.
What do you want to bet?
Louis, please.
Hey, just thought it was a great opportunity to make some extra cash.
All right, we're going to stop from the top of the third and no stopping. The next person who interrupts dies. And And I don't mean get yelled at. I do not mean shoot out. I mean die!
On your marks, get set, go.
Follow the day. You get the most charming police in the whole of England.
Yo, Canada, participa sa November.
Do you know I'm worried about you because police never accepted invitations with no punishment, at least not without anyone.
Oh, but Lady Margaret, so much find out the trouble.
Yes, indeed. I do hope he hasn't had an accident. He told me church tonight. Damn it!
Okay, stop. This is all my fault. I should be providing you guys with a pleasant atmosphere to work in and not shed terror on your heart.
Does that mean you're not going to kill Polly?
Yes, but don't you start feeling too secure.
Right.
Now go on, Polly. The roads can be treacherous at night.
I can't remember. My mind's gone blank.
Don't say such a thing. It would make one think.
Oh yes. Don't say such a thing. It would make one think that perhaps there was some truth after all. That story about the curse.
Nonsense, my dear. There's no such thing as a curse.
And yet, everyone is up all the day, the ruby, wait, I'll get it. The Darjeeling diamond is always ended with the dreadful demise.
Beautiful. Just beautiful. Yes! Sorry. But Percival doesn't own the diamond, the ruby, not since he sold it to the Dudley for Lady Margaret's collection.
Nevertheless, Percival did earn it, and that might be enough.
See here, Dr. Fobbs.
Relax. Please, all of you. Just take a deep breath, okay? Enjoy yourselves.
You are a man of science. Surely you don't believe in curses?
I only know there are strange things in the history of India. Things which defy rational explanation.
Nonsense. Sheer poppycock. Poppycock. Superstitious dribble.
Why, Pop? Damn it. Damn it. Damn it!
Please, guys, come on. Slowly into does it, okay?
Quite possibly, Your Excellency. And yet, where is her principal?
Frankly, I'm glad he's not here.
Diana, what a thing to say.
I mean it. Sir Percival is no gentleman.
Here now. What are you saying?
When he looks at me, I feel as though his pants were moving all over my body. What's the matter?
Hands, Violet, hands.
Isn't that what it said?
You said pants.
All right. Fun is fun, but we would like Smitty to get home sometime before dawn.
Right, I'm sorry. I feel as though his hands were moving all over my body.
But Diana.
All right. Laugh it up. We'll just see how funny you think yourself tomorrow night.
He is a knight of the realm.
Yes, he is a disgusting toad of such tales can Duchess tonight.
Begging your pardon, my lord, but...
Relax. Slow and easy, remember, Smith.
But should we delay it any longer?
No, I think not. Can't keep Percival waiting forever. Shall we, my dear?
I suppose so. But don't you think we should call Percival's flat and ascertain the reason for his absence?
Do you know? That might be a sound idea. There is something distinctly odd about all of this.
All of what, Stephen?
This business about Percival and the necklace. He did say he's bringing it tonight with Margaret.
Well, actually,
Now what's the matter?
well, I was just thinking. Sal brings the necklace in the first act, and I put it in the safe, so how do I say?
Oh dear. I forgot to give you the new line. When I rewrote the first act a few weeks back, I completely forgot about that line in this act.
Well, now's a hell of a time to think about it. What's the new line, Phyllis?
I don't have the rewrite with me.
Well, approximately then. Just give us the gist of it and we'll improvise.
Well, Holly's line is basically the same, only she says something to Billy about him not being there when Sal brought the necklace instead of Percival. Do you see?
Do you think you can handle that, Polly?
I think so. Let me try it.
Okay, well, I'm going to go grab another cup of coffee. You people get back to work. Phyllis, come along.
Do you need a line again, Billy?
What the hell was it? Oh, he did say he was bringing it tonight with Margaret.
Well, actually, I never spoke with him directly, but there was a message delivered this morning saying that he had asked me to deliver it.
What, on St. Swithin's Day?
Wait a minute. That sounds like it's against the law for somebody to bring something by post on that day. The part about the post is supposed to come last, Polly.
Okay, let me try it again. But Dr. Forbes had said that Criswell had asked him to deliver a message this morning in the post.
What, on St. Swithin's Day?
By Jove! I never thought of that. Margaret, are you certain about that message?
I can't you think of it now.
You didn't receive a message?
Oh, yes, I did, but now what if it actually were from Percival?
But it did come by post.
I assumed it had, but
Assumed? You mean you hadn't actually seen the message?
I know.
Then how did you know its content?
Why, Dr. Forbes told me what it had said.
Is there any reason I shouldn't have?
No, of course not, old chap. Only if there was no delivery of the post today, then how?
It was not a letter, it was a telegram.
I should very much like to see that telegram.
As a matter of fact, I don't have it. The message was from the telegraph office.
Doris, have there been any telephone messages this evening?
See here, you insolent young pup, are you doubting my word?
Of course he isn't, Rex. Stephen, you should apologize to Dr. Forbes.
Oh, I shall. As soon as Doris answers my question.
No, sir.
Are you quite sure?
The telephone's been out of order since this afternoon, Mom.
Aha! What do you have to say about that, Dr. Forbes?
Damn it all to hell! Phyllis, what have you done?
What have I done? What are you talking about? Did I get the phone call out of order on your playlist?
What were you doing with the laptop, Phyllis?
Why, I just thought I'd give a listen to the sound effects and...
And you erased everything. There's nothing on it. Nothing.
Oh, Louis, are you sure?
Listen for yourself.
I don't hear anything.
That's what I mean.
Why did you erase the laptop?
Louis, you're not leaving.
Can't do damn thing for you if I say. I've got to get home and re-record all the sound effects for the play. And if that bubble brain idiot so much as comes near my laptop again, I'm going to be her head with it.
Listen, Louis, I've been thinking. Why don't you just leave the phone bells out? We can hook up something manually and bring it from the back. I think it'll save you a lot of trouble.
It would save me a lot of time tonight. If I could leave those rings off the playlist.
I can do the hookup. The wire's already backstage, and the storage battery too, for power.
Okay. Just make sure you leave the button somewhere near the soundboard, so I don't have to use the soundboard to find it.
Of course.
Oh, and the rest of you, remember one thing. When you use the phone to play, make sure to hang it up right. If it's sitting the wrong way so the buttons aren't pressed by the speaker part, it can't ring. Got it? Okay, now if you excuse me, I've got a hell of a lot of work to do.
I'm so dreadfully sorry. I feel I owe each and every one of you an apology for what I've done.
Oh, write it down and mail it to them, Phyllis.
Well, we'll see the mistake.
How's that for fast work?
Beautiful, Aggie, just beautiful. You deserve a cup of coffee for that.
I'll settle for that Jeff Louis booze.
Do start from my line?
From anywhere.
They need their cue.
Does that answer your question?
Stephen, I believe you owe Dr. Forbes an apology.
Aggie.
Doris, let's answer that. Or we ought to call an apology too.
Yes. Hello? Who? Why, yes, he is. Just a moment. It's for you, sir.
Who is it, Doris?
Sir Percival.
The company.
Yes, Doctor. Exactly what do you need?
Ah, yes, that's
Well,
yes.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Why? Dudley, you look so strange. What did Percival say?
What the hell?
was Miles Taylor, a good friend of mine.
Stefan, I don't understand.
Nor I.
It is very simple. I had Miles ring up and pretend that he was the principal, so that we can observe the reaction it had upon Dr. Bowles. I think you will all agree that he was struck dumbfounded.
Nonsense!
It isn't nonsense, sir. I myself observed the self-same reaction.
Yes, but what does it mean?
Yes, what does it all mean?
Yes, what can it possibly mean?
Doris, you're forgetting your place.
Sorry, Mother.
It means that this man, after murdering Sir Percival for the necklace,
Nonsense! Such accusations are actionable to tarnish my good name. It's libelous!
I cannot be sued successfully for libel if my accusation should prove true.
And just how do you intend to prove them true?
Quite easily. After a look at that necklace, would you mind getting it for us, Dr. Bowles?
The necklace? That's no proof on that thing. I'll show you. Aggie!
Oh, damn it. I won't forget tomorrow night. I swear I won't. Things have just been kind of hectic with Phyllis here, and
Aggie, you mustn't cross where the audience can see you.
I won't. I'll leave in a hurry.
Oh, heaven help us all.
Am I lying?
From anywhere.
I'll show you. Aggie, can you stand a little closer?
Sorry, Sal.
There. Now show me ridiculous proof.
You yourself have shown the proof, Dr. Bowles. For, if you were not the murderer, then how did you know the combination to that safe?
Great heavens, he's right.
Curse you! But there's one thing you do not take into account. I'm armed!
You, sir, are a scoundrel.
And I should very much like to sunder our engagement at this moment.
In that case, will you marry me, Diana?
With all my heart, Stefan.
Doris, tell them what I want for the constabulary.
Do so when you are dead, my dear.
Oh, Mom, what shall I do?
Just raise your hands and the rest of you do likewise.
Aggie, the phone's supposed to ring there.
I completely forgot. There's going to be hell tomorrow, having to dash to the safe to hand Sal that necklace, then back to the dashboard to help Louie, and not to mention follow the script to cue you people.
I can pass the necklace to him tomorrow night if you'd like. I feel much safer having it in my possession anyhow.
But won't you be seated out front?
I can come up with a hook. We'll have to do that to me anyhow, so I can come out from my mouth.
Well, I don't know.
We'll hash that out later. Right now, let's get on with this thing.
Just raise your hands and the rest of you do likewise. Democrat! Who's that?
It is my friend Miles Taylor. I told him to bring us back shortly after his first call. He'll be going out to answer, and he'll just summon the law. And he will arrive here with the warrant for your arrest, Stanley Grimes.
Stanley Grimes, do you mean that criminal laboratory assistant to Dr. Bowles?
The late Dr. Bowles. Your fiendish film is over, Grimes. Put down your pistol and surrender.
Never. But before I destroy you all, I must know, how did you come to suspect me, Silas?
I arrived here late, as you all know. As a result, I had time to hear the news broadcast, which told of the finding of Sir Percival's body, dead, of a rare Indian cobra poison. You, of course, had already disconnected the telephone here at the switch box, so that no one else could hear the news. But when I went to hang up my overcoat and knock down yours, I found a flagon of that very poison in the pocket. Why then, I knew, of course. I immediately reconnected the telephone, rang up Miles, set up a plan.
Excuse me, my dearest darling, but what did you mean about this found in this flagon?
Why, how this man had schemed to fill out the legend of that curse, after all. He had immersed the necklace in the venom, so that all who handled it would surely become ill. He found that way to be valuable, to make Lady Margaret loathe the sight of it, and then he could have it for considerably less than its real value. So anxious wishing me to sell the bauble.
And I would have been too. Oh, curse you, Stanley Grimes.
Curse? Ha! There's no such thing as a curse. And I've soaked my hands in the antitoxin to prevent the poison penetration of the tissue. What the hell is that?
Being a real sirens too tomorrow night.
My delaying tactics have done their job. The law is upon you, Stanley Grimes. Surrender yourself.
Never! I shall take this necklace, sell it for a fortune, and move wealthy to another country.
It's the curse of the...
Darjeeling diamond, dear.
Thanks, Henry, the Darjeeling diamond.
He's dead.
He has mocked the laws of society. Now a higher power has intervened.
Oh, Stephen, hold me.
Nice. Shall we do that, Mary?
Hell no, we've only just begun. All right, you've got your third act. Now, it's already 10:30, so from the top of Act 1.
My mother is going to murder me.
Oh, my dear, it is in such a good cause.
There will now be a 10-minute intermission. You may stay in your seats or step outside.
Can I go inside?
You can have it.
Se perdió fumado.
laugh at all the right things that you recognize. It's like you're laughing at it, no one else is.
Yeah.
Because you've been there.
Like, you're
Yeah, well, this is your fifth play.
see what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Through my first 4 years there. First metal warrior. You seem to put up curves online. You should play them online.
really?
Yeah, I'll send a link. Yeah, we put them all. I put them all on Facebook. Yeah, last night, but they sang each other all night. So that was cool to watch. Like they're changing those lines and stuff. And And then they drop the whole line to the block. You know, yesterday's the matinee show, so it's like teachers and camp people in the audience. It's a former drama kids show. Yeah. It's on my desk. You need change or what? You still talk to her? Well, you should do soon, right? Huh? Wait a second, what?
Is it customer receipts? Different customer
now they're going to open those doors and let the audience in.
Do they have to? I'm not sure I'm joking. I'm really getting nervous.
Oh, that's good, Smitty. The worst way to approach a performance is with complacency. Nervousness gives a player energy.
Well, nervousness is giving this player creeping paralysis. Aggie may have to push me on stage.
And don't think I won't. I used to be a sergeant in the paratroopers, and everybody jumped, whether they wanted to or not.
See, I'm not scared about the radio pal. I mean, if we go, they'll probably never notice. What's giving me the close sweat is without knowing that Jerry's gonna be out there. She's gonna recognize every area.
Well, then relax. I won't be up front tonight.
How come? Don't you want to see the show? Not that I blame you.
Well, you see, the thing is, if I sit up front, Phyllis will want to sit next to me. And I don't think I can handle that.
But that reminds me, she still insists on being behind that safe and saw that necklace. It helps me because it's hard.
You're gonna have to dust her. I mean, maybe she'll get so wrapped up in her play that she'll forget.
Well, then she won't. Because if she does, then this night will end with a real murder.
Well, I did it. Took me to down here at 3 o'clock in the morning. But I got all the sound effects back in the playlist.
I hope you skip the phone though.
Don't worry. But I did add thunder and lightning effects.
What? There's no thunder and lightning in this play.
Whoever heard of a murder mystery without a thunder and lightning effect?
Louis,
Trust me.
are you crazy? There's no place to have it.
What do you want to bet?
I've gone through this play 100 times. I know there's no place to have it. You'll distract the actors.
Jerry, I guarantee you, there's a perfect spot for the thunderstorm effect in this play, and it won't distract the actors.
Where?
Well, that's my surprise.
Not really.
Trust me. Have I ever let you down?
I don't see how you
Make it
can.
easy on yourself. Bet me it all.
You're on.
There's one thing I love, it's a sucker bet.
You.
That's what I hate about the theater. There's no place to hide it.
Hello! The magical moment is upon us at last.
And so will the audience be if we don't get these lights off.
Will do!
I just wanted to wish you all the best of luck.
See, in theater, that's not luck to say. You're supposed to say break a leg.
I'll never understand the theater.
That's a fine thing for a playwright to say.
All right. Will you all join me in prayer?
I'll stay.
We could use a miracle.
Saint Genesius, pray for us.
Saint Genesius, pray for us.
All right. I'm heading off stage now.
Sal, who's St. Genesius?
He was the same nature of actors. He used to perform for the Roman emperor and had him to death.
Oh boy, I hope there are no emperors out front tonight.
Amen.
Lord Dudley, will there be anyone attendant tonight besides Sir Percival, the famous archaeologist, Dr. Rex Forbes, the famous scientist, and Stephen Sellers, the famous millionaire?
Other than myself, Lady Margaret, and the lovely socialite Diana Lassiter here, yours. No.
That's what I thought.
I say, Diana, have you yet looked into that book on the film shoots of India? That I told you must be there on that shelf.
Ah, yes. Here it is. I say, Lord Dudley, you didn't tell me there was a curse on the branch of Fidelity. The Darjeeling ruby. Diamond.
This is known by many names, my dear.
It is. Oh, yes, it is. Certainly lots of them.
Fiddlesticks! Oh, gosh! That superstitious rot, that damn curse, I mean... but doesn't the book simply say...
Oh, yes. But the book distinctly says that Lord Clive Fortescue, the first owner of the Darjeeling diamond, was found floating in his tub. I don't mean the diamond was floating in his tub.
No, of course not. But, what was, huh?
He was! In his own blood!
And the next owner?
And the next owner, Sir Giles Rankin, who had no sooner purchased the ruby, the diamond, from Lord Clive's estate, when he was found floating in his stables by his favorite horse. Trampled, I mean!
bought the movie this morning and I'm fine.
Lord Dudley, is anything wrong?
No. It's one of my beastly attacks.
You don't suppose.
Don't you wonder how long I've been having them?
How long have you had them?
Since this morning.
That long, huh?
You suppose that I suppose?
You don't suppose.
Ridiculous. Sheer coincidence. Merest chance.
Dr. Good is here, Lord Foley.
Ah, it is your fiancée Diana. It is your fiancée Diana.
Yes, being engaged with the world-famous scientist has made me the envy of all the girls in London. England! London, England!
Ah, but a lovely belle like you deserves to be wrong. To have a ring.
You flatter me, Lord Dudley.
Horace, will you show the gentleman in?
At once, my lord.
Now.
Coming. Lord Dudley, Diana.
I'm sure young people would like to be alone, so I'll just head to my room and butter about it.
You're going the wrong way.
You must be going to your fiancé's stairway.
Yes, that must be it. Well,
Really, Lord Dudley, you needn't go.
Nonsense. I was once in love myself.
Oh, damn it! My dear son,
my sweet.
my darling, I have a little surprise.
I like surprises.
I knew you would.
I can't wait to find out what it is.
It's really worth waiting for.
I'm so excited.
I knew you would be.
Can't find it, huh?
I know. I must have left it away in the coat. Excuse me. Well, there's the necklace.
What are you getting from her?
Here it is. I'm so terribly
Just
sorry.
give it to me.
My evening gown.
What's right? I hope you're happy. Now that you have Dr. Fortune's sissy. Surprise! The white room of answer or whatever it is.
Oh, how incredibly lovely it is. Might I try it on?
I'm not afraid of the curse.
Well, not really. May I please?
Say, you shall. Allow me. It is lovely. It's such a lovely setting.
Oh, Rex, what a thing to say.
I don't know which is lovely. Do that. I will check.
Oh, I must simply see myself in it. We don't find a nerve.
Diana, that necklace. Where is it? Take it off at once. Out at once.
I'll get it.
Don't touch me. There! Lady Margaret, I was only...
Take it off this instant, I say.
Here now, Lady Margaret. Surely there's no harm done.
No harm, you say. How could you endanger the life of this dear girl? And your own fiancé.
Oh, I don't believe in that silly curse, Lady Margaret. After all, this is the 20th century.
Diana, are you all right?
Yes, I think so. It was just momentary. The room seemed to dip and my head started to spin. Oh, but I'm quite all right now.
Please subscribe to everybody.
Oh, Diana. I was thinking Lady Margaret.
Lady Margaret is cutting roses in the garden, Captain. She may not return for some time.
I see. Would you mind if I waited for her here?
Naturally not.
Might I sit?
You're so inclined.
Diana. Would you take offense if I were to...
Stephen, what are you trying to say?
Oh, dash it all, Diana. Must repent words. You know the message I long to cry out from within my heart.
Is it possible? Do I dare for a moment imagine that the message from your heart is the self-same message that cries out from within my own? Flies open.
And yet, you do not draw away.
Stephen, can you not reason out why?
I
I'm almost afraid to.
Then cease your noble trepidation, step and seller. For though I am a highborn lady, I'm also one.
Oh, Diana.
Oh, Stephanie.
Oh, Violet.
Oh, Billy.
Violet.
You know, Aggie, maybe I should have gone that far after all.
Never like this.
You know, look at this. I'm playing a parachute.
What, Louis?
When a parachute opens, you have nothing to work.
Oh, turn the damn lights on.
Ah, Lord Dudley. You get the most charming parties in the whole of England.
You are too kind, Diana. A pity Sir Percival cannot be here.
Do you know, I'm worried about Percival. He's never accepted an invitation to one of our parties and not shown up. At least, not without sending word.
Ah. Lady Margaret. Might have had more to show.
Yes, indeed. I do hope he hasn't had an accident. These words can be treacherous at night. Roads!
Don't say such a thing. It would make one think that perhaps there was some truth after all. That story about the curse.
Nonsense, my dear. There's no such thirst as a key says that there's a thing as a curse. And yet, everyone who's ever owned the Darjeeling diamond has always ended with the dreadful demise.
But Percival doesn't own the diamond anymore. Not since he sold it to Lord Dudley for Lady Margaret's collection.
Nevertheless,
Has Sal been taking a minute between acts?
What are you?
Percival did earn it, and that might be enough.
See here, Dr. Forbes. You are a man of science. Surely you don't believe in curses.
Louis, has Billy?
Some needs to drink alone.
Oh, dear God.
I only know there are strange things in the history of India, things which defy rational explanation.
Nonsense. She cookie cook. Superstitious dribble.
Yes, indeed. Quite possibly, Lord Dudley. And yet, where's the Percival?
Frankly, I'm glad he's not here.
Why, Diana, what a thing to say.
I'll say.
Yes, indeed.
I mean it. Sir Percival's no gentleman.
Here now. What are you saying?
When he looks at me, I feel as though my hands were moving all over his body.
Dear.
Diana, he is a disgusting tone and such a tone very lecherous at night.
Yes, indeed.
I'll say.
Begging your pardon, my lord, but you could wait any longer?
No, I think not. Can't keep Percival waiting forever. Shall we, my dear?
I suppose so. But don't you think we should call Percival's flat and ascertain the reason for his absence?
Do you know, that might be a sound idea. There is something odd about all of this.
What, Stephen?
This business about Percival and Nicholas. You did say he was bringing in tonight, Margaret.
Well, actually, I never spoke with him directly, but there was a message delivered this morning in the post. On the post! In the post! The mailman brought it!
What, on Swithin's Day? St. Swithin's Day?
By Jove! I never thought of that. Mary, are you certain about that, message, mail, whatever it is you said?
Why, come to think of it now.
You didn't receive a mailman?
Message!
That too?
Oh, yes! Yes, I did, but now what about if it was from Percival?
But it did come on a post.
I assumed it had, but
Assumed? You mean you hadn't actually seen it, him, the message, or the mailman?
whatever it was, no.
Then how did you know its content?
Why, Dr. Pope told me what it had said.
Yes, indeed.
Is there
Is there any reason you shouldn't have?
Is there any reason I shouldn't have?
No, of course not.
Then why'd you ask?
Only if there was no delivery of the post today, then how?
It was not a letter, it was a telegram.
I should very much like to see that telegram.
Hey, don't have it. The message was in the telegram.
Have there been any telephone messages this evening?
See here, you innocent young pup. Are you touching my word?
Of course he isn't Rex. Of course he isn't Rex. Stefan. Of course he isn't Stefan.
Should I apologize to Dr. Forbes?
Yes, thank you.
Oh, I shall. As soon as...
I'm Doris.
Doris! Answer my question.
What was the question?
Someone must remember.
Me neither.
Doesn't anyone know?
No, sir.
No what?
Are you quite sure?
The telephone has been out of order since this afternoon, Mum.
Aha! And what do you have to say about that, Dr. Forbes?
Oh, damn it.
Does that answer your question?
Stefan, I will give you, Dr. Forbes, an apology.
You have to answer that, Doris.
Before we on the caller, an apology too.
Yes, damn it, yes.
Yes, sir. Hello. Who? Wait, yes, just a moment. It's me.
Hello? What? Who is it, Doris?
Sir Principal.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
It can't be. I mean,
You mean it can't be so passive, right?
right.
Yes, doctor. Exactly what do you mean?
Why,
I'm off the phone. Polly, up to Margaret.
Arthur. But... Oh! Why, Dudley, you look so strange. What did Percival say?
I was not so passive.
Then, who was it?
That was... a good friend of mine. I can't quite remember his name.
Stefan, I do not understand.
Isn't it Miles Taylor?
All right.
But it is very simple, you see. It means that this man, after murdering Sir Percival for the necklace, did I say you were struck dumbfounded yet?
Nonsense. I myself observed the same reaction. I think.
Nonsense! Such accusations are actionable to tarnish my good name. It's libelous.
I cannot be successfully for libel. My accusation. I cannot be successfully for libel if my accusation should prove true.
And just how do you intend to prove it true?
Quite easily. After you look at that necklace, would you mind getting it for us, Dr. Forbes?
The necklace? There's no proof on that thing. I'll show you. I'm pretty sure it's in here somewhere. Where should we put it, Lady Margaret?
Like, where else?
Why don't you have another look?
Oh, there! Now show me your useless proof.
Yourself have chosen the truth, Dr. Forbes. Or, if you are not the murderer, then how did you know the combination to that safe?
Great heavens, he's right.
Blast you, Stephen Sellers, but there's one thing you did not take into account. I'm armed!
You, sir, scoundrel.
And I should very much like to sunder our engagement at this moment.
In that case, will you marry me, Violet?
Oh, Billy.
I mean, Diana.
Damn it. Oh, my heart, Stefan.
Doris, telephone I want for the constabulary.
Do so when you are dead, my dear.
Oh, Mama, what shall I do?
Just raise your hands and the rest of you do likewise.
Did you say, and the rest of you do likewise?
Hang up the phone. Hang up the phone.
Hang up the phone. Stand up, who's that?
It's my friend Miles Taylor. I told him to bring us back shortly after his first call. If you are not to answer, we shall summon the law. And they will arrive here with the warrant for your arrest, Stanley Grimes.
Stanley Grimes!
Put down your pistol and surrender.
Never. I shall take this necklace, sell it for fortune, move west into another country.
It's the curse of the Deli Diamond! Ransom for Diamond!
Dashing Diamond!
All of them.
What was that?
My dear friends and fellow theater lovers, I cannot thank you enough for the warm reception you have given my modest effort here tonight.